Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. In this video we are discussing part 3rd of question bank of pair of straight line. So let us begin with the first example from third part. So example from this third part can be asked for what? 3 marks. So if you are new on my channel, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get notification of every newly uploaded video. See, in the first example we have to find out combined equation of pair of line passing through the point, means our both the line passes through the point, means one point on the line is given to us and it's parallel to the line x plus 3y minus 1 is equal to 0 and other is perpendicular to the line 2x minus 3y minus 1 is equal to 0. Now one point on our required line is given to us. We have to find out combined equation of such line which passes through this point, means one point is given to us. Using this condition, if we are able to find out slope of the line, अगर हम स्लोप फाइंड कर पाए तो अप्लाइंग स्लोप पॉइंट फॉर्म वी आर एबल टू फाइंड आउट इक्वेशन ऑफ आवर रिक्वायर्ड लाइन. एंड व्हाट इज स्लोप पॉइंट फॉर्म? y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. x1 y1 are point which is given to us. Using these conditions that one line is parallel to this line and other line is perpendicular to this line, using this condition we are just finding slope of the line. So let us first find out slope of our first required line. So slope of line parallel to line x plus 3y minus 1 is equal to 0 is m is equals to. Now we know that if lines are parallel, at that time slopes are equal. Whatever may be the slope of this line will be the slope of its parallel line, because slopes are equal if lines are what? Parallel. तो ये लाइन का स्लोप कौन से फॉर्मूले से फाइंड करेंगे? माइनस a by b. So minus keep it as it is. A is what here? 1 and b is what here? 3. So 1 by 3. 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 is the slope of this line, means it is the slope of its parallel line also, and parallel line means our required line. So slope of our required line is known to us. Now we are finding equation of line. So therefore equation of line passing through point minus 1 comma 2 and having slope minus 1 by 3 is, what is the slope point form? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So slope is also known to us, point is already given. So let us try to find out equation of first line. So here y minus y1, what is y1 here? 2. So replace y1 by 2, m by its slope minus 1 by 3 into x minus x1. x1 is what here? Minus 1. Minus and this minus will become plus 1. So 3 will get multiplied on this side. So on this side we'll get 3y minus 6 is equal to minus 1 into x is minus x and minus 1 into 1 will be minus 1. Now write down this equation in the standard form. So minus x on this side will become plus x plus 3y, keep it as it is. Again minus 1 on this side will become plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1 will be minus 5 is equal to 0. In this way we have got our first equation of line. Let us denote it by equation number first. Now we are trying to find out equation of second line which is perpendicular to this line. But to find out equation of that line, first we will require what? Slope. So find out slope. Slope of line perpendicular to line 2x minus 3y minus 1 is equal to 0 is m is equals to. See, we are not finding slope of this line, we are finding slope of line perpendicular to this line. And what is the formula to find out slope of perpendicular line? B by a. B is what here? Minus 3 upon a. A is what here? 2. So slope of our required line is known to us. Now find out equation. So equation of line passing through point. What are the coordinate of the point on the line? Minus 1 comma 2 and having slope m is equals to minus 3 by 2 is. Since point and slope is known to us, so find equation of line applying slope point form. What is slope point form? Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. So y minus y1, what is the value of y1 here? 2 is equals to m is what? Minus 3 by 2 into x minus x1. What is x1 here? Minus 1. Minus and this minus will become plus 1. 2 into y is 2y. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 and multiply by minus 3 to both the terms in this bracket. Minus 3 into x is minus 3x, minus 3 into 1 is minus 3. Now write down the equation in general form. Minus 3x on this side will become plus 3x plus 2y, keep it as it is, plus 3 on this side, minus 3 on this side will become plus 3. Minus 4 plus 3 will be equal to minus 1 is equal to 0. In this way, we have got second equation of line. Once the equation of both the line is known to us, to find out required combined equation, simply we have to take the multiplication of these two equations. So we can say that therefore required combined equation is, now take the multiplication. What is equation of first line? X plus 3y minus 5, and equation of second line is 3x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. Now take the multiplication. First I am multiplying by x to all the three terms in this bracket. So x into 3x will be 3x square, x into 2y will be equal to 2xy, x into minus 1 will be minus x. Now multiply by 3y. 3y into 3x will be 9xy, 3y into 2y will be equal to 6y square, 3y into minus 1 is minus 3y. Now multiply by minus 5 to all the three terms. Minus 5 into 3 is minus 15x, minus 5 into 2y will be minus 10y, and lastly minus 5 into minus 1 will be equal to plus y is equal to 0. So now first collect the terms of x square. Only one term of x square is there, so keep it as it is. Later on collect the terms of xy. 2xy plus 9xy will be equal to 11xy. Later on collect the terms of y square. Only one term of y square is there, that is 6y square. Now collect the terms of x. Minus 15x minus x will be minus 16x. Then collect the terms of y. Minus 10y minus 3y will be minus 13y. And lastly write down the constant term, that is 5. In this way we have got combined equation of line passing through which point? Minus 1 comma 2. One line is parallel to first line and another line is perpendicular to the second line. See the question number 2. In this question we have to find out joint equation of pair of line passing through the origin and perpendicular to the lines represented by this equation. One homogeneous equation is given to us and we have to find out joint equation of pair of lines. To find out joint equation we have to find out first equation. Equation मिलने के बाद उनका प्रोडक्ट लेके यानी मल्टीप्लिकेशन लेके हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हमारा रिक्वायर्ड जॉइंट इक्वेशन निकाल सकते हैं. तो पहले हम क्या कोशिश करेंगे कि इस इक्वेशन ने रिप्रेजेंट किए हुए दोनों लाइन का इक्वेशन फाइंड करेंगे. सो टू फाइंड आउट द इक्वेशन फर्स्ट वी आर फाइंडिंग स्लोप. सो लेट अस डिनोट द स्लोप ऑफ दिस लाइन, स्लोप ऑफ लाइन रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय दिस इक्वेशन बाय m1 and what m2. But again before that let us try to find out value of a, h and b. A is equal to 5, 2h is equal to what? 2, and b is equal to what? minus 3. So let m1 and m2 be the slopes of lines represented by equation first. Let us denote it by equation number first. So therefore what is the formula to find out sum of slope? Sum of slope is equal to minus 2h upon b. This is the formula to find out sum of slope of line represented by homogeneous equation. So already the value of 2h is known to us. I am keeping minus as it is. Just replace 2h by its value 2 and b by its value minus 3. So minus and minus will get cancelled. We are getting 2 by 3. And find out product of slope, means m1 into m2. What is the formula to find out product of slope? Product of slope can be find out as what? A by b. So which is equal to A is 5 and b is equals to how much? minus 3. Means minus 5 by 3 will be the value of what? m1 into m2. Once both the values are known to us, now we will focus toward our equation of required line. अभी required line कैसे? required line ये equation ने represent किए हुए दोनों line को क्या है? perpendicular. And what are the slope of the line represented by this equation? m1 and m2. अगर m1 first line का slope है, homogeneous equation represents what? Two lines passing through the origin. m1 is the slope of first line. अगर एक लाइन का स्लोप m1 है तो उसके परपेंडिकुलर, ये लाइन के परपेंडिकुलर लाइन का स्लोप क्या होगा? minus 1 upon m1. Just simply multiply by minus and take its reciprocal. We will get slope of perpendicular line. और दूसरे लाइन का स्लोप क्या है? m2. तो जो जिस लाइन का स्लोप m2 है तो उसके परपेंडिकुलर लाइन का स्लोप क्या होगा? -1 upon m2. Just simply multiply by minus, take the reciprocal, we will get slope of what? Perpendicular line. And why we are finding slope of perpendicular line? Because our required line are perpendicular to the line represented by this equation. ये line ने represent किए हुए दोनों लाइन, ये इक्वेशन रिप्रेजेंट किए हुए दोनों लाइन का स्लोप m1 और m2 है, तो उनके परपेंडिकुलर लाइन का स्लोप -1/m1 और -1/m2 होगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई हियर वी कैन से दैट देयरफॉर स्लोप ऑफ लाइन perpendicular to lines represented by equation first are, what are the slope then? -1/m1 and -1/m2 respectively. Now slopes are known to us. Now using this slope we are trying to find out equation of our required line. So therefore equation of line having slope -1/m1 and -1/m2 and passing through origin. So what is the formula to find out equation of line? If line passes through origin, y is equals to mx, but slope of first line is -1/m1 x, and equation of second line is y is equal to m. What is the slope of second line? -1/m2, -1/m2x. Why we are saying that line passes through origin? Because it is given to us find the joint equation of line passing through origin, and if line passes through origin, its equation is y is equal to mx. Slopes are already known to us. Now we are trying to find out equation of lines, required lines. So simplified, m1 will get multiply on this side, so m1y is equal to -1 into x is -x, and here also what we'll get, m2y is equal to -x. -x on this side will become plus x, x plus m1y is equal to 0, and here also take -x on this side, so x plus m2y is equal to 0. Once the equation of both the lines are known to us, simply taking their multiplication we are able to find out required joint equation. So therefore required joint equation is, now take the multiplication, x plus m1y is the equation of first line, equation of second line is x plus m2y, on this side 0, keep it as it is. So now we are taking multiplication of these two equation. X into x is what? X square. X into m2y is m2xy. Now multiply by m1y to both the term. m1y into x is m1xy, then m1y into m2y is m1 into m2y square is equal to 0, keep it as it is. Just simply we have taken multiplication of these two equations. Now let us simplify it. So keep this x square as it is. I am collecting the terms of xy. If I am taking xy common from both the term, here its coefficient is m1 and here its coefficient is what? m2, plus m1 into m2 y square is equal to 0, keep it as it is. Okay, lastly we are substituting the value of m1 plus m2. What is the value of m1 plus m2? 2/3. So replace m1 plus m2 by its value 2/3, xy keep it as it is. m1 into m2 can be replaced by its value -5/3, y square keep it as it is equal to 0 also as it is. Now simply I am multiplying by 3 to both the sides. See what we'll get here. If I am multiplying by 3, so here we will get 3x square. If I am multiplying here by 3, 3 will get cancelled. What will get? 2xy. If I am multiplying here by 3, 3 will get cancelled, -5y square. And on this side, if I am multiplying by 3, 0 into 3 will be equal to 0. Just simply we are multiplying both sides by 3. In this way, we have got what? Required joint equation. Now see, in the question number 3, we have to find out the condition that the line 4x plus 5y is equal to 0 coincide with one of the line represented by this homogeneous equation, means x square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So first we have considered this equation, and one of the line represented by this equation coincides with which line? 4x plus 5y is equal to 0. Already I have told in one example that if line represented by homogeneous equation is given, or coincident line or parallel line or perpendicular line is given, at that time convert this equation in homogeneous in auxiliary equation, and using auxiliary equation try to find out our required value or here required condition. So first we are writing auxiliary equation of this equation. So therefore auxiliary equation of equation first is, while writing auxiliary equation is always in terms of what? M. It is quadratic equation in terms of m. What is coefficient of m square? That is b. Coefficient of m is what? 2h, and constant term is what? A is equal to 0. Let us denote it by equation number 2. Now, one of the line represented by this equation coincides with the line 4x plus 5y is equal to 0 is the given condition. So first we are considering this condition. So one of the line represented by equation first coincides with line 4x plus 5y is equal to 0. Therefore, slope of line 4x plus 5y is equal to 0 satisfies equation second. Why we can say that slope of this line satisfies second equation, means this auxiliary equation? Because this line is represented by given homogeneous equation, and this is nothing but its auxiliary equation. These two equations are one and the same. Again, if I am replacing m by y by x and simplifying it, we will get the same equation. ये दोनों equation एक ही है, ये homogeneous form में और ये auxiliary means in terms of slope है. Getting it? So that's why slope of this line satisfies this equation too. So find out slope of the line. So therefore m is equals to, what is the formula to find out slope? Minus a by b. A is here 5 and b is equal to, a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 5. So m is equal to minus 4 by 5 satisfies equation 2. Now I am substituting this value in equation number 2. So put m is equal to minus 4 by 5 in equation 2. So see, the equation 2 will become b, replace m by its value minus 4 by 5, keep this square as it is, again plus 2h as it is, again replace m by its value minus 4 by 5, and last term plus a is equal to 0 as it is. Let us simplify it. So therefore here b, keep it as it is. What is square of minus 4 by 5 is 16 upon 25. Here minus 4 into plus 2 is minus 8 h upon 5 plus a is equal to 0. What is the LCM of 5 and 25? 25. So multiply both sides by 25. If I am multiplying to first term by 25 will get cancelled here. Remaining term is 16h. If I am multiplying here by 25, 5 5s are 25 and 5 into minus 8 will be 40. Minus 40h plus multiply by 25 will get 25a, and on this side 0 into 25 will be equal to 0. This result simply we have got by multiplying both sides by 25. Now this is our required condition, but first write down the term of a, that is 25a, then write down term of h as it is, then write down term of what? B. Sorry, here b is there, plus 16b is equal to 0, and we can say that this is our required condition. This is required condition. In this way we have got the required condition using the condition that this line is one of the line represented by this homogeneous equation. Now see, in the example number 4th, we have to find out the measure of acute angle between the lines represented by this homogeneous equation 3x square minus 4 root 3xy plus 3y square is equal to 0. So we have considered the given equation. To apply the formula of angle between the lines, what is that formula? Tan theta is equal to 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. We will require the value of a, h and b. So first from this equation we are trying to find out value of a, h and b. So here we can observe that a is equal to 3, 2h. What is the value of 2h? Minus 4 root 3, which implies that h is equal to, so divide both sides by 2, on this side we will get 2 root 3, and b is equals to what? 3. Simply we have divided by 2, and b is equal to what? 3 here. From this equation, once the value of a, b and h is known to us, now consider a formula to find out angle between the line. Denote that angle by theta. So let theta be the angle between lines represented by equation first. So therefore tan theta is equals to, our formula is what? Tan theta is equal to 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. This formula we are applying to find out angle between the line represented by what? Homogeneous equation. Once already the value of a, h and b is known to us, just substitute the values and see what result we are getting here. 2 under root, replace h by its value, minus 2 root 3, minus 2 root 3, keep the square as it is, minus a into b means 3 into 3. So here we will get 3 into 3, and in the denominator a plus b means 3 plus 3. Just we have substituted the values. On the left hand side keep tan theta as it is, tan theta. On the right hand side let us simplify 2 under root. See what we are getting here. What is square of minus 2? 4, and square of root 3 is 3. So 4 into 3 is 12. So here we'll get 12, and 3 into 3 is what? 9, and in the denominator 3 plus 3 is what? 6. So which is equal to 2 ones and 2 threes. So here 2 ones and 2 threes. So in the root 12 minus 9 is 3, and in the denominator 3. So root 3 divided by 3 will be equal to 1 by root 3. So mod of 1 by root 3 is 1 by root 3. Here easily we can observe that 1 by root 3 is nothing but value of tan 60 degree, sorry, tan 30 degree. 1 by root 3 is the value of what? Tan 30. On the left hand side tan theta, keep it as it is. If we are comparing both sides, we can say that theta will be equals to 30 degrees. So comparing both sides, we get what we will get here. Theta is equals to 30 degree. So theta is equal to 30 degree is nothing but angle between the lines represented by this homogeneous equation. In this way we have completed 4 examples from the third part of the question bank. Now let us begin with the last and fourth part of this question bank. Now see, in the pair of straight line, total 3 theorems are there. So here we are going to prove first theorem. In the second example we are going to prove the second theorem, and in the third example we are going to prove the third theorem. And if you will observe the previous question paper, you will come to know that there will be always one theorem which can be asked on what? Pair of straight line. Means whatever maybe the 3 theorems now we are discussing are very important. ये 3 theorem में से एक theorem हमेशा exam में रहता है if you will go through the previous question paper. Okay, so we are discussing now the very important theorem from this chapter. So in the first theorem we have to prove that, we have to show that the combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin is a homogeneous equation of degree 2 in x and y. So when we can say that equation is homogeneous if degree of each term is constant. Now we have to prove that the combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin. Combined equation, how to find out combined equation? By taking multiplication of 2 equation, and as it stand our line passes through what? Origin. So let us consider pair of equation passing through the origin. So here we are supposing that let a1x plus b1y is equal to 0. Here we have not considered the constant term, and if we are not consider the constant term, means we can say that line passes through origin. Why we can say that this line passes through origin? Because coordinate of origin are what? 0, 0. If I am replacing x also by 0 and y also by 0, this side will become 0, means left hand side is equal to right hand side, means coordinate of origin satisfies this equation. And when it is possible, if constant term is absent, isn't it? That's why we can say that if constant term in the equation of line is absent, at that time line passes through origin. So this is first line, and let the second line is a2x plus b2y is equal to 0. So be the pair of equation of lines passing through origin. In this way we have got the equation of pair of line passing through the origin. Now by taking their multiplication we will try to find out required joint equation or required combined equation. Joint equation is the alternate word for what? Combined equation. So therefore required combined equation is, now consider the first equation of line a1x plus b1y into second equation of line a2x plus b2y is equal to 0. On the right hand side 0, keep it as it is. Whenever we are taking multiplication of equation of 2 lines, means we are finding their combined equation. Now let us simplify it, and we have to check whether this combined equation is homogeneous equation of degree 2 in x and y or not. So let us take the multiplication of these two equations. First I am multiplying by a1x to both the terms in this bracket. a1x into a2x will be a1 a2x square. a1x into b2y will be a1 b2 xy. Now I am multiplying by b1y to both the term. b1y into a2x will be equals to a2b1xy. Lastly, I am multiplying by b1y to the last term b2y. So b1 into b2 and y into y will become what? Y square. On the right hand side 0, keep it as it is. Now we have taken multiplication, let us simplify it. So here only one term of x square is there, so write down this first term a1 a2 x square. Now here two terms of xy are there. If I am taking xy common from first term, here its coefficient is a1 b2 and here its coefficient is what? a2 b1. We have taken xy common from these two terms. Keep the last term as it is, b1 b2 y square is equal to 0. Keep it as it is, isn't it? Now we can observe that degree of first term means power of variable is what? 2, means degree of first term is 2. Now observe degree of second term. Here 2 variable appears. If 2 variable appears, at that time to find out degree, take the sum of power of both the variable. What is the power of first variable? 1, and power of second variable is also 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 2, means degree of second term is also 2. Now observe the degree of third term. Here only one variable is there, that is y, and its power is 2, means degree of third term is also 2. And here we can observe that 3 terms are there and degree of each term is same, and if degree is same, at that time equation is called as what? Homogeneous equation. And what is the degree of each term? 2. That's why we can say that this is homogeneous equation of degree 2 in x and y. So we can say that this is homogeneous equation of degree 2 in x and y. In this way we have proved that if the two lines, means pair of line, passes through the origin, at that time their combined equation is a homogeneous equation of degree 2 in x and y. This completes the proof of theorem. In the second part we have to find out combined equation of these two lines. So there also we can say that combined equation of lines, which two lines? 2x plus 3y is equals to 0, and second line is x minus 2y is equal to 0 each. By taking multiplication of these two equations, we will get required combined equation. So 2x plus 3y is into x minus 2y is equal to 0. Now take the multiplication. First multiply by 2x to both the term in this bracket. So 2x into x will be equals to 2x square. 2x into minus 2y will be minus 4xy. Now multiply by 3y to both the term. 3y into x will be equal to 3xy, and 3y into minus 2y will be minus 6y square is equal to 0. So keep the first term as it is, 2x square as it is, minus 4xy plus 3xy will be minus xy, minus 6y square is equal to 0. This we have collected the terms of x here. And if here also we can observe that these two lines passes through the origin, because in both the equation constant term does not appear, and since the line passes through the origin, whatever may be the combined equation we have got, check that its degree is 2 or not. Yes, degree is 2. Here 1 plus 1 means degree of second term is also 2, and here degree of third term is also 2. That's why we can say that this is homogeneous equation of degree second in x and y. Means our first theorem says that if two lines passes through the origin, then their combined equation is homogeneous equation of degree second in x and y. This completes the proof of this theorem and solution of the example. Now let us try to prove the second and very important theorem from this chapter, which can be asked for 4 marks many times in the examination. So in which we have to prove that the homogeneous equation of degree second in x and y represent pair of line passing through the origin if h square minus ab is what? Greater than 0, means value of h square minus ab should not be what? Negative. So here we have to consider one homogeneous equation, and simplifying that equation we have to prove that it represents what? Pair of lines passing through the origin. So let us consider one homogeneous equation. Let the homogeneous equation of degree 2 in x and y is, we know that homogeneous equation in standard form can be written as what? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So where a h and b are nothing but constant. Why we are saying that this is homogeneous equation? Because degree of first term is also 2, degree of second term is also 2, and degree of third term is also 2. And since degree of each term in this equation is constant, so it is homogeneous equation, and degree of each term is 2, so it is homogeneous equation of degree 2, where ah and b are constant, not all 0. See, the very important condition that a, h and b are what? Constant and not all 0. सभी के सब 0 हो गए तो यहाँ पे इक्वेशन ही नहीं बचेगा, तो सभी के सभी 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. एक पॉसिबिलिटी है तीनों भी 0 नहीं होंगे, या तो फिर एक 0 होगा. तो 0 कौन हो सकता है? a हो सकता है, h हो सकता है, तो b हो सकता है. या तो फिर दो 0 होंगे, दो 0 होंगे, दो कॉन्स्टेंट 0 होंगे, तो एक कोई तो भी 0 नहीं होगा. जो 0 नहीं होगा वो या तो a हो सकता है, या तो h हो सकता है, या तो b हो सकता है. मीन्स वी आर getting here different cases, different possibilities, and in every case we have to prove that this equation represents what? Pair of line passing through the origin. But in our board they have considered two cases, and in remaining cases we can say that similarly this equation represents what? Pair of line. यानी हम बहुत सारे केसेस है लेकिन हम प्रूफ दो ही केसेस के लिए करेंगे. तो जो बोर्ड ने अपने टेक्स्ट बुक में जो दो केसेस कंसीडर किए हैं, हम वही दो केसेस यहाँ पे प्रूफ करेंगे. And in remaining cases we can say that this equation represents what? Pair of straight line. So case first. Now consider case first. Case first, if b is equal to 0. If b is equals to 0, then equation first becomes, so observe the equation number first. If b becomes 0, so 0 into any number is 0, means this term will become 0. Means which are the remaining term? Remaining term are ax square plus 2hxy. On this side 0, keep it as it is. If b is equal to 0, this equation can be written in this form. That last term will get eliminated. Now from these two terms, if we are taking x common, what we will get? Ax plus 2hy. Simply we have taken x common from both the term. Here we can observe that product of two term is there. If you observe first term x is equal to 0 and second term is ax plus 2hy is equal to 0. Means here product of two equation is there, and both the equation represents what? Pair of line passing through the origin. So that's why we can say that this is combined equation of pair of lines. First line is what? X is equal to 0, and second line is what? Ax plus 2hy is equal to 0 passing through origin. So hope you have got it. Here again, if you are taking multiplication of these two equation, means if you are finding their combined equation means by taking multiplication of equation of two lines. So x is equal to 0 means what? Y-axis, and y-axis passes through origin, and in this equation term of x is there, term of y is there, means constant term is absent, and if constant term is absent we can say that line passes through origin. So in the first case we have proved that this equation represents what? Pair of lines passing through the origin. Now consider case second, if b is not equals to 0. So case second, if b is not equals to 0, so equation first can be written as, observe the equation number first. First write down the term of y square, that is by square, then write down 2hxy, then write down ax square is equals to 0. We have written the same equation, just we are shuffling the term. First write down this term, then write down this term, and lastly write down ax square. Means we have considered the same equation. Now I am dividing both side by b. Let us see what we will get. So divide both side by b. Divide both sides by b, we get. So see what we'll get. Here what we'll get? Y square, and here what we'll get? 2hx upon by, plus here we will get ax square upon b. Just simply we are dividing both side by what? B. So now we are trying to complete the square, and while completing the square, already you have studied about quadratic equation in your earlier classes, isn't it? So here it is a quadratic equation in terms of y. To complete the square, we are adding half of square of coefficient of middle term. Here this is the middle term, it's half. If we are taking half, 2 will get cancelled, remaining term is hx upon b, so its square will be equals to, its square is what? h square x square upon b square, and since we are adding this term, that's why we are subtracting this term h square x square upon b square. Keep this last term plus ax square upon b, keep it as it is, on this side 0 also as it is, isn't it? Now easily we can observe that this first three term is the value of y plus hx upon b whole bracket square, means we have completed the square. Again, if you are finding its expansion using a plus b whole bracket square, you will get the same term a square plus 2ab plus what, b square, means if you are finding its expansion you will get the same three term. Now observe the last two term. In the last two term, h square x square upon b square, keep it as it is. Here what is the denominator? B square. To get b square here in the denominator, if denominator becomes same, at that time we are able to take the addition of numerator. So that's why to get b square here, we are multiplying to numerator and denominator by b. So multiply to numerator by b, and that's why we are multiplying to denominator also by what, b. So here now denominator of both the terms are same, so we are able to take addition subtraction of numerator. So in here y plus hx upon b whole bracket square, keep it as it is. Observe that from these two terms denominators are same and we are able to take x square also common. Parallelly I am taking minus also common. If we are taking minus common, so here this negative term will become positive and this positive term will become negative. Even we have taken x square also common from these two terms. Again minus into h square is minus h square, and minus into minus will become what, plus. Simply we have taken x square common and minus also common from these two terms. Okay, so here keep this first term as it is, y plus hx upon b whole bracket square, keep it as it is. Now observe this expression, can I write it as under root h square minus ab into x upon b whole bracket square? Check it, square of x is what, x square, square of b is what, b square, and again if you are taking square of this term, root will get cancelled and we will get h square minus ab, means after taking square of this term we will get the same expression, means this expression can be written in this form. Why we are doing this thing? Just to arrange the term in the form of identity a square minus b square. What are the factors of a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b, means we are trying to find out factors, and to find out the factor we are using the method of factorization, and that's why we have arranged the term, we have tried to arrange the term in the form of a square minus what, b square, and we know that its factors are a plus b into a minus b. A means what here, y plus hx upon b, a, this is a, plus b, b is what here, under root h square minus ab upon b into x. Now we have written what, a plus b into what, a minus b. A is what here, y plus hx upon b minus under root h square minus ab upon b into x is equal to 0, keep it as it is. Now just simply we have got the factors of this expression, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into what, a minus b. Now again try to write down it in the simplest form, so which can be written as y plus, we can observe that denominator of these two terms are same, and x also can be taken common from both the term. We are able to take x also common from both the term, isn't it? So here if we are taking x common, here remaining term is h, and here under root h square minus ab, h square minus ab into, keep this x as it is, into x, keep it as it is. Okay, so this will be the first term, and here also denominator of these two terms are same, so y plus, observe the denominator, we are able to take x common from the numerator, so here remaining term is h minus under root h square minus ab, isn't it, is equal to 0, keep it as it is. Now observe the first equation very carefully. In the first equation one term is y and another term is of x, means term of x and y is there, means constant term is absent, means can I say that this equation represents a line passing through the origin, and here also term of y and x appears, means this equation also represent pair of line passing through the origin. Means what we have proved, after simplifying this equation we have got two equation of lines passing through origin, means in other word we can say that, so this is nothing but combined equation, because multiplication of two equation is there, means we can say that it is what, combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin. So in the second case also what we have proved, this equation first represent pair of lines passing through the origin. So this is combined equation of pair of lines passing through origin. Similarly, we can prove that equation first always represent pair of lines passing through origin, and this completes the proof. We have proved the proof in two cases, but in remaining cases we can prove that we can say that this equation always represents what? Pair of lines passing through the origin. Now let us try to prove the third and very important theorem. Again, this is also very important theorem because this theorem is asked many times for 3 or sometimes for 4 marks if some another question is also there which we have to solve applying same theorem. At that time, such type of theorems can be asked for what? 4 marks, means theorem plus 1 example, isn't it? So in this case, one homogeneous equation is given to us, and we know that homogeneous equation in standard form can be written as ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0, which represent pair of lines passing through the origin. And definitely there will be some angle between that line which is denoted by what? Theta. And we are going to prove a formula to find out angle between the line, and we have to prove that that formula is tan theta is equal to mod of 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. So first let us try to prove this formula, and later on using this formula we will solve this example. But already we have studied one formula in class 11 to find out angle between two lines. What is that formula? Tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Means to apply this formula we will required what? Slopes of the lines. So let us denote the slope of the line represented by this homogeneous equation by m1 and m2, because using this formula we are going to prove this theorem, or we are going to prove this formula specially for homogeneous equation, isn't it? And to apply this formula we will require m1 and m2, which are nothing but slope of the line. So let m1 and m2 be the slopes of the lines represented by equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So therefore we know that if m1 and m2 be the slopes of the lines represented by homogeneous equation, then sum of slope is equal to minus 2h upon b, and product of slope means m1 into m2 is equals to a upon b. These results already we know which are related with sum of slope and product of slope of the line represented by homogeneous equation. Now sum and product is known to us, but to apply our formula, what is our formula? Tan theta is equal to what? m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. Means here product is required, but in the numerator difference is required. As it stand, available results are what? Sum and product, and using sum and product we are trying to find out what? Difference. And if difference of slope is known to us, then substitute these values in this formula and let us simplify it to get our required result. तो ये formula apply करने के लिए आपको difference निकालना जरूरी है. तो हमारे पास available value sum की है और product की है. Using these values we are trying to find out what? Difference. And to find out this difference we are using one important result which already you have proved in your earlier classes. m1 minus m2 whole bracket square can be written as m1 plus m2 whole bracket square minus 4 m1 m2. अगर आप ये साइड सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो आपको इसका एक्सपेंशन ही मिलेगा. व्हाट इज द एक्सपेंशन? m1 स्क्वायर माइनस 2 m1 m2 प्लस m2 स्क्वायर, ये इसका एक्सपेंशन है, और ये साइड अगर सिंप्लीफाई किया तो आपको वही एक्सप्रेशन मिलेगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग दिस रिजल्ट. एंड व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग दिस रिजल्ट? इन दिस केस सम एंड प्रोडक्ट इज देयर and available values are also sum and product. So that's why using this important result we are trying to find out difference of slope. Now substitute the value of m1 plus m2, which is nothing but minus 2h upon b, whole bracket square, keep it as it is, minus 4 m1 into m2 is nothing but what? A upon b. चलो यहाँ पे स्क्वायर क्या मिलेगा हमें? 4h square upon what? B square, minus here 4a upon b, keep it as it is. Since b square is there in the denominator, to get b square here I am multiplying to denominator by b, and that's why I am multiplying to numerator also by b. Now we can observe that denominator of both the terms are same, and from numerator we are able to take 4 common. If we are taking 4 common from the numerator, here we will get h square minus ab, and here in the denominator what we will get here? B square. isn't it? So this is the value of m1 minus m2 whole bracket square. Now we are taking square root on both sides, so therefore m1 minus m2, or better way we can say that mod of m1 minus m2, because whenever we are taking square root, at that time we have to consider both the value, positive also and what, negative also. But here we have taken mod, means we are considering only positive root. So what result we will get, its square root will be equals to square root of 4 is 2, square root of h square minus ab is root h square minus ab, and observe the denominator b square. What is square root of b square? B. In this way, by taking square root of both sides, we have got the value of difference. Now here it is given to us that theta is angle between the lines. Theta is acute angle between the lines. It is given to us. Acute angle means less than 90, and less than 90, for angle less than 90, value of trigonometric ratios are what? Positive. So tan theta is equals to mod of m1 minus m2. Why we have taken mod? Because value of tan is positive if theta is what? Acute. Acute means it lies in first quadrant, and in first quadrant every trigonometric ratio is what? Positive. Upon 1 plus m1 into m2. This is the formula to find out angle between line, which we have studied in class 11. Now only the remaining part is to substitute the value. m1 minus m2 is equal to 2 under root h square minus ab upon b, and in the denominator 1 plus m1 into m2. What is the value of m1 into m2? Will be equals to a upon b. So which is equals to, now I am multiplying to numerator and denominator by b. Let us see what we will get. 2 under root h square minus ab. अगर यहाँ पे b से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो b कैंसिल हो जाएगा, और यहाँ पे b से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो b मिलेगा, और यहाँ पे b से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो b कैंसिल हो जाएगा. तो b plus a can be written as what? A plus b. Means this result we have got simply multiplying both numerator and denominator by what? B. And this is nothing but the formula which we have to prove to find out angle between the lines, represented by what? Homogeneous equation. Now let us try to solve this example. So consider that equation. What is the equation? 2x square plus 7xy plus 3y square is equal to 0. So here we can say that a is equals to 2, h is equal to what? 7 by 2, and b is equals to 3. Once the value of a, h and b is known to us, so therefore tan theta is equals to, only the remaining part is to substitute the values, these values in this formula. So tan theta is equal to 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. Now let us substitute the values in this formula. See what we will get here. So tan theta is equals to mod of 2 under root h. What is the value of h here? 7 by 2. So its square is 49 upon 4. Minus AB. AB means 2 into 3 will be equal to 6 upon A plus B means will be equals to 5. Just we have substituted the value of A, H and B in this formula. Remaining part is simplification part. So which is equal to here 2 by 5, keep it as it is. Let us take the cross multiplication here. 4 6 are 24. 49 minus 24 is 25. 25 upon 4. So which is equal to mod of 2 by 5, keep it as it is. If we are taking its square root, we will get 5 by 2. So 5 and 2 will get cancel, which implies that tan theta is equals to what? 1. So these all term numbers will get cancelled, means remaining term on this side is 1 and mod of 1 will be equal to 1. So tan theta is equals to 1, but 1 can be replaced by what? Tan 45. Comparing both sides, we can say that theta is equal to 45 degree. In this way, we have got the angle between the lines represented by this homogeneous equation. So in this way we have completed this theorem, that important formula to find out angle between the lines, and even in this example we have seen how to apply this formula to find out angle between two lines represented by what? Homogeneous equation. Now observe the last fourth example from this question bank. In this example, what is the condition if the angle between the line represented by this homogeneous equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0 is equal to angle between the lines represented by second homogeneous equation? Using this, we have to prove that 100h square minus AB is equal to A plus B whole bracket square. So angle between the lines represented by first equation and second equation are equal. We have to use this condition. So first let us denote the angle between the line represented by first equation by theta 1 and second equation by what? Theta 2. Using this, we will try to find out first value of tan theta 1 and then what? Tan theta 2. So first consider this equation and denote the angle between the lines represented by this equation by theta 1. So let theta 1 be the angle between lines represented by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equals to 0. So angle between the line represented by this first equation we have denoted by what? Theta 1. So therefore what result we are getting? Therefore tan theta 1. Already we have proved a formula to find out angle between the lines represented by homogeneous equation. What is that formula? 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. Let us denote this result say by equation number first. So which is nothing but value of tan theta 1. Now we are trying to find out value of tan theta 2, where theta 2 is angle between the line represented by this second equation. So and let theta 2 be the angle between the lines represented by which equation? 2x square minus 5xy plus 3y square is equal to 0. So therefore tan theta 2 is equals to mod of, what is the formula? 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. But in this case values of a, h and b is available. So let us substitute these values here. So 2, keep it as it is, under root. I am replacing h. This is 2h. 2h is equal to minus 5. So h is equal to minus 5 by 2. Minus 5 by 2 whole bracket square minus AB. AB means 2 into 3. So here we will get 2 into 3. And in the denominator a plus b means 2 plus 3. Just simply we have substituted the value of a, b and h which we have obtained from this equation. So let us simplify it and try to find out value of tan theta 2. So which is equals to, here keep this 2 and 2 plus 3 what? 5. 2 by 5 I am writing on one side. Here in the root let us see what we'll get here. Here its square is 25 upon 4 minus 2 into 3 is 6. So 25 upon 4 into, sorry, not into, minus 6. So which is equal to 2 upon 5, keep it as it is. So here if we are taking cross multiplication, 4 into 6 is 24. 25 minus 24 is 1 by 4. So which is equals to 2 by 5, keep it as it is, into its square root is 1 by 2, and after cancelling 2 we will get 1 by 5. Let us denote this value by equation number 2, which is nothing but value of what? Tan theta 2. Now it is given to us that theta 1 and theta 2 are equal. Since theta 1 is equals to theta 2, because it is given to us that angle between the line represented by first equation is equal to the angle between the line represented by second equation. Angle between the lines represented by first equation we have denoted by theta 1 and second equation by what? Theta 2. It is given to us that theta 1 and theta 2 are equal. So if these values of these two angles are equal, means we can say that tan theta 1 is equal to what? Tan theta 2. What is the value of tan theta 1? Tan theta 1 is equal to 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b, isn't it? And value of tan theta 2 is equal to 1 by 5. If you will observe our required result here, h square minus ab is not in the root, means we have to eliminate the root to get such type of result, and to eliminate the root we are squaring both sides. So square on both sides. Let us see what we will get if we are squaring both sides. So we get, so on this side square of 2 is 4. If we are squaring this term, root will get eliminated, we will get h square minus ab, and in the denominator if we are squaring we will get a plus b whole bracket square. On this side square of 1 is 1 and square of 5 is what? 25. Let us simplify. 25 into 4 will be equal to 100. On this side we will get 100 h square minus ab, and on this side a plus b whole bracket square into 1 will be equals to a plus b whole bracket square, means 100 h square minus ab is equal to a plus b whole bracket square, which is nothing but our required result. In this way we have completed all the question of from question bank of pair of straight line. If you think that these videos are helpful to you, so please like the videos and share these videos with your friends also.